Page 8, Tomcat. At the top of the page, they're introducing you to a new symbol. In my generation, we'd call it a tic-tac-toe sign, or a number sign, or a pound sign, or whatever. Today's generation, I think they'd call it a hashtag or something like that. Technically, all those signs are a little different. But the point is, it's two lines going down and two lines going across like that. Called a sharp sign. And I'll talk about it as I talk about Tomcat. So let's go over Tomcat, all the symbols. It's important that we understand all these symbols. And I still haven't covered them all yet. I'm just adding to them. You have the grand staff. You got the curly brace and the two staves. That's a grand staff. It's one line of music. Remember, a line of music is the whole thing. The whole grand staff is one line. So this is one line long. And the idea is that you have two staves, but you're going through both staves at the same time. And that's why it's just considered one line of music is all. You got treble and bass clefs. Remember the G clef and the F clef. That tells you where the notes are. You have 4/4 time signature, so you're counting to 4. There are 4 beats in a measure. A measure is the distance between the measure lines. And you're counting quarter notes. So there's the same as 4 quarter notes in every measure. Yeah. We're in C position still, sort of, in each hand. We're going to stay in C position for a while. It's really important you get these notes. We're going to use these notes until it's automatic. You just know what these notes are. So let's go over it. Now here, both hands are playing at the same time. So now I'm just going to talk about one hand at a time. And they put in this sharp sign there. Just look at the top staff there in the third measure over where the right hand plays, and that F, because you're here, then F would here. Well, now we got to start using the black keys on the piano. That's where the sharps and flats come in. A sharp sign, I don't like their definition of it. A sharp simply takes the note up, one key on the piano, white or black. Simple as that. For instance, let's forget the music. Let's talk about keyboard. If I have a G, any G, it doesn't matter what it is, and I want a G sharp, I go up one key on the piano, white or black, to here. That is a G sharp. So you see the name of the black keys depends on the name of the white keys. So we learn the names of the white keys, and from that we can get the names of the black keys. It works out. So G sharp's here. If I have a C and I want a C sharp, I go up one note, white or black. Here they're using an F. F sharp is one note up. That's an F sharp. See, in the music the sharp comes first, but when we say it, the sharp comes after. We say F sharp, not sharp F. Yeah. Keep with me, I'm still going. If I have an E, and I want an E sharp, and there is such a thing, one note, white or black. That's an E sharp. It's also an F. You see, every note on the keyboard has more than one name to it. You just gotta love it. Hopefully you're not gonna quit now. This is too complicated. It makes sense. Just stick with me. Just know that you can figure it out when you need to. If you know the names of the keys on the keyboard. So far we've only used these 5. We're going to get to the A and the B eventually. I mean, you can learn them now if you want. There's just 2 of them. A, B, first 2 letters of the alphabet. You can learn what an A is and a B is if you want. We're just not using them in the music yet. All right. That's a sharp. So in music, in our playing, at least for now, when we put our hands here, when we come across a sharp here, like here, an F sharp, we're going to use the same finger as we would for the white key. So I have my 4th finger on the F, so I'm going to use the 4th finger for the F sharp. So I'm just going to go here. So again, say the names of the notes. F sharp, G, E, D, C. In the left hand, same thing. Say the names of the notes and play them. You're down here. C, D, E, C. Now it's an F sharp. And that second half note is also an F sharp. I'll explain why in a minute. Let's just finish this. Then F sharp, G, E, D, use the same note for F sharp as for the F natural. We don't always do that in piano, but we do most of the time, so for now we're going to. Now, a rule about these sharps and other things, we'll get to the other things coming up, is it applies from that point on for the rest of that measure. So in this piece, in that second measure with the left hand, those two half notes, that F sharp first one, that applies for the rest of the measure. So that second F is also F sharp. Now once you cross that measure line or that bar line into the next measure, it's no good anymore, it cancels out. So if they want an F sharp, and they do, in that third measure, they have to put in another sharp sign because it's another measure. And that's why they also put in a sharp sign there. And that's how they just keep that in mind. People don't totally agree on the rule for these sharps and flats and so forth, and I'll talk about that more in the future. Just right now, that's what we're covering. Now I'll put the hands together and see if we can get the hands together. Well, the first two measures is just left hand. So let's go to the third where both hands are playing, and we're here, F sharp. We're playing the same letter names, it's just different fingers. Got that? Once you can play the hands together, then let's put in the counting. So it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Remember, a half note is the same as two quarter notes. It gets two counts here. Going on. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Then you repeat it. Remember the last measure there, the dotted half note? That's the same as 3 quarter notes. Memorize that. 3 quarter notes. Doesn't matter what the time signature in it is, it's always the same as 3 quarter notes. And then that squiggly thing at the end is a quarter rest, that bird diving down, whatever. Now you have a repeat sign at the end, right? So you're going to play it twice. You got 2 sets of words. Well, that makes sense. If you're going to play it twice, you need a set of words for each time. You don't have to, but okay, they did. But now they put in a P and an F. A P in front of the first set of words and an F in front of the second set of words. Remember, P stands for piano, which is Italian, stands for soft. So you're going to play it the first time soft. Whether you sing it or not doesn't important. You're going to play it soft the first time. You have to decide what soft is. Whatever soft is to you, the second time you play it, you're going to play it loud, whatever loud is to you. And that's the dynamics. Now we're going to do that. I'd like to play this with you very slowly. You go ahead and make sure you can play it with a steady beat, and then play it with me. And we are going to play it twice because it's repeated. I'm not going to do the loud and soft. I'm just going to play the notes and with the beat to make sure we have the rhythm and the notes correct. You can add the dynamics on your own, and you can speed it up on your own if you want, however you want to do. So I'll give us 4 counts. Well, let's try it together slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest.